Hi.
Thank you, Karine. If I don't see you again
Well, you know.
in the briefing, thank you for always. You could have stopped taking the hard questions years ago, and you didn't. So we appreciate that.
Over 2 years, my friend. This is, let's say, one last dance, right? I don't know how I'm going to fill my dance card now. How will I fill that void without you?
You tell me. You tell me. So
Start some rumors in here, I guess.
He's getting red too. Look at him.
So a week from now, it's all over.
Yes.
Between next Monday and 2028.
2028?
Who's the leader of the Democratic Party?
Oh my goodness! Wow. That is honestly, that is for people much smarter than I to make that assessment, that decision. Obviously, voters will decide. That is not something for me to decide. I could say right now, in this moment, in this room, as I'm looking at the clock as it's counting down, because we have to leave shortly, you have the President Joe Biden, who is obviously the president and the leader of the Democratic Party. I do not have I cannot predict the future, so that is not something that I'm going to do from here.
So, no leader of the party.
That's not what I said.
Well, it's not President Biden, and it's
My
not
gosh,
Vice President.
I'm regretting this right now. Regretting all of this.
It's nobody.
That's not what I said. I said that you asked me about what's the 2028 going to look like between now and 2028. I can't, or post obviously this president's tenure. That's not for me to decide. That's not for me to speak to. I could only speak about the here and now, and that's why I appreciate this job and what I'm doing right now.
Want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Why this beat so crazy?
We will make America proud again. And you try to kill our we will make America wealthy again. And yes, together, we will make America great again.
What them beautiful Patriots say? Bye, Felicia. Throw that big old binder out in the middle of the street, run it over, put the car back in reverse, and run over it again. The big old binder. DEI higher. 7 more days of this dumpster presidency, dumpster administration. And boy, them Patriots is excited. I can't wait to get into this, y'all. And KJP and Peter Dosey's love story is coming to an end. And we want to clap it up for Peter, y'all. We want to clap it up for Peter. You know, it's been a long time coming. You know, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. But she seems more relaxed and happy. Did y'all see that clip I just showed? So happy and relaxed. You know, that she doesn't have to make up any garbage anymore. She doesn't have to pull out that big old binder anymore. Yeah. What a disgrace, man. But shout out to Peter, though. He might be one of the only ones that probably make her switch sides. Yeah. But I couldn't wait to get into this, y'all. They even made like a whole joke about it, a little sex joke. And said that she was making, they were blushing, you know. Peter was turning red. Yeah. Oh boy. But 7 more days, y'all. January 20th can't get here any faster. Yeah, this lady has been the worst press secretary in history. I mean, man. A cheap fake, a deep fake. Throw that big old binder out in the middle of the street, run it over with a truck. We forget the car, a truck. Put the truck back in reverse and run over it again. And then throw a match out the window, set it on fire. Bye, Felicia. Y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new here. And I couldn't wait to get into this. I really couldn't wait to get into this, y'all. So, y'all, I got my overalls on right now. I had to go outside earlier in the cold. I had to I got even warmers underneath, man. It's cold out there. Shoot. I had to go work on my motorcycle, man. My motorcycle wouldn't crank up, y'all. Yeah, man. When it get cold, I got to get Betsy running. You know, Betsy wouldn't run. I said, oh, no. And I forgot to put on that tender, so I got it back running. And I threw it back on the tender, man. Yeah. Out there like a true patriot. Yeah. I forgot, man, when you leave that motorcycle out there, Yeah, and that cold weather. Yeah, that she ain't gonna crank, I tell you. She ain't gonna crank now. So you got to go out there and jump her back up and then put her back on the tender. She crank right on up too, I tell you that. Shout out to that's only for the ones that was wondering why I got my overalls on, man. I was out there working hard, y'all. I'm sorry. Let's get into it.
When you found out that the FBI had located even more classified materials in Wilmington, which four-letter word did you use?
Oh my goodness, Peter.
It caused my heart to race. Girl, you're looking like $1 million.
Friend, this is let's say one last dance, right? I don't know how I'm gonna fill my dance card now. How will I fill that void without you?
You tell me. You tell me.
What's up, guys? It's Benny. One of my favorite lies of the first Trump administration was that he was an enemy of the press, when in fact Donald Trump was the greatest single thing that ever happened to the media. Their ratings have never been higher, their paychecks have never been bigger, and they never got more notoriety. People became famous and made careers, although those careers spiraled into obscurity as soon as Joe Biden got in there, and everybody behaved like a sweet angel. They went from rabid, frothing at the mouth dogs during the Trump administration to barely being able to let out a squeak or a peep. And the only one who ever dared ask any tough question was a guy named Peter Doocy from Fox News, to his great credit. Joe Biden, of course.
Yeah, that's what I'll tell y'all, man. Clap it up for Peter, man. I'll clap it up for Peter. We got to salute to Peter.
Couldn't stand even just the remotest of brushes with actual honest questioning, and called Peter Doocy a stupid son of a bitch.
Will you take these questions on information back? Do you think you place this in political liability?
That's a great asset. More inflation. What a stupid son of a bitch.
Enemy of the press, enemy of the press, enemy of the media, enemy of the people. Peter Doocy has had some legendary interactions with the Biden White House and may have just asked his last question during the closing briefing for Karine Jean-Pierre, a character that I'm not looking forward to retiring from our repertoire, but, well, ladies and gentlemen, this is one for the ages. Karine Jean-Pierre had a somewhat sexual back and forth with Peter Doocy to the point that he actually blushes and got called out by the entire press room for blushing, turning red, which he actually technically does when Karine Jean-Pierre says, how will she ever find another man to fill her void like this? Like Peter did. So, well, I guess Peter getting the Peter treatment here live in his final question. This is not how I thought it was going to end. Here we go.
Thank you, Karine. If I don't see you again in the briefing, thank you for always. You could have stopped taking the hard questions years ago, and you didn't. So we appreciate that.
Over 2 years, my friend. This is let's say one last dance, right? I don't know how I'm going to fill my dance card now. How will I fill that void without you?
You tell me. You tell me. So
start some rumors in here, I guess.
He's getting red too. Look at
so.
Okay, so he actually does get red there. You can see it. And then you can see this dude, the bespectacled dude, is named Ed O'Keefe. You can see like him going like, whoa.
I ain't gonna lie though, Peter did get a little red though. I'm just, look now, y'all know I got to be real. You know, Peter did get a little red now.
And then you can see this dude, the bespectacled dude, is named Ed O'Keefe. You can see like him going like, whoa. Like, oh, okay, this is the most interesting thing I've heard in 4 years from the White House press dais. Peter Doocy kind of caught off guard by the funny joke there. Obviously, Karine Jean-Pierre's the worst press secretary in American history, but I mean, we'll give him this one. This was kind of fun.
So, a week from now, it's all over.
Yes.
Between next Monday and 2028.
2028?
Who's the leader of the Democratic Party?
Oh my goodness, wow. That is, honestly, that is for people much smarter than I to make that assessment, that decision. Obviously, voters will decide. That is not something for me to decide. I could say right now, in this moment, in this room, as I'm looking at the clock as it's counting down, because we have to leave shortly, you have the President Joe Biden, who is obviously the president and the leader of the Democratic Party. I do not have I cannot predict the future, so that is not something that I'm going to do from here.
Well, okay. The question was about as pointless of an answer as Cringe has ever given. I can't do that. I don't know. Circle back. We're not sure. Press briefings are going to be legendary in the new Trump administration. One last dance. Karine Jean-Pierre and Fox News' Peter Doocy share a warm moment after years of testy exchanges. You will fill my void, she says. This was Peter Doocy sending off the last press secretary. I did not realize how teeny Jen Psaki was. Look at that. She barely comes up to his shoulder. What a embarrassment for all of us. Peter Doocy asked KJP point blank whether voters will ever see Joe Biden in the public eye.
Oh, Benny is something else, y'all. I'll tell you. What did he just say? What an embarrassment. What is Benny, man? Benny is on, so I'll tell you, man. Shout out to Benny though. Benny they're dominating literally the mainstream, like the mainstream media. Benny is dominating. You know the things that he is putting up. It's very impressive. You know the numbers he is putting up, very impressive. You know, on all platforms, he is dominating the mainstream media. You know, tough. So I ain't gonna, you know. All right.
There have been a lot of really, really good interactions with Peter Doocy and Karine Jean-Pierre. We actually put together a compilation for you.
I can't wait to check it out.
Set to music.
I can't wait for it.
Many people, though, saying, before we get to that this is really funny. It feels like there's a chance that everyone will take a breath and the temperature will come down after leaving the office. And we're going to miss these battles. It was funny. One last dance. Reporters, ooh, you tell me. Start some rumors.
Yeah, them Patriots say we ain't gonna miss none of this. Bye, Felicia. Get out of here. Throw the binder out the window in the middle of the freeway. Run it over. Set it on fire.
Rumors here. He's getting red. Look at him. It's funny because he did get red. He did get red. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Peter Doocy and Karine Jean-Pierre, a love story, ladies and gentlemen. Against all odds, these two have made quite a few clicks for our channel, laughs for our viewers, and, exposed exactly how utterly embarrassing and low IQ the Biden administration is. We'll miss it a little bit, but on to new and better things. Here's your...
I might miss it a tiny bit, y'all. We've done some amazing KJP and Peter. You know, we've done some amazing videos on them too, man. You know, we've all been entertained and had a great time with it and called out of what a disgrace it's been, you know. But you know what? We're not going to miss it. Yeah. And January 20th can't get here any faster. Man.
In memoriam of Karine
It's been a disgrace.
Hi.